it over. We hurried over.
Tell anybody until like 5 minutes ago you're gonna have it.
So it's Dan's fault. All right, dive in.
Exhibition game against Duluth. How did it come to be?
Oh God, I don't know. I think Ryan Livingston. We like to do one with a local team. School likes us to do one, and then we've done the scrimmage in the past. So Duluth popped up. We've kind of played a bunch of different ones. I think we've played Duluth before.
What went into your decision to do the blog the way that you did this week, and then kind of did you feel like things improved or regressed in Creighton to the inter-squad scrimmage?
Well, maroon gold scrimmage is very hard because there's no subs, no Dupree, no Eric. Limits so they're going to be tired. But I just thought, let's grade it out like I grade a normal game. And I kind of break it down into those phases of offense. I think it was defense. I'll do personnel of each guy, of what they do well, and then that 95% that we're talking about. So I kind of graded it the way I grade a game. And I wasn't trying to be negative. I think that's where we stand. And I think that yesterday's practice, we took a major step forward in a lot of things there. So, I like doing the blog. I think it's almost a little bit therapeutic for me. It gets my thoughts together. I try to be as honest as I possibly can with it, and I think it's good. Am I? I will. It just gets a little tiresome, right? It's but I'll try to.
I know, obviously, at one point you're just say no Twitter for the team. Now it seems like you're putting your personality out there. You don't mind like having fun with people, and obviously the blog, but this is different. But was there a point where you're gonna say, I'm just gonna embrace this?
There's a point in my life, I think every coach, when you're at this level, you just don't care anymore, right? And I think I'm kind of at that point.
About social media.
Just about what exactly I say, or I'm just going to be myself. I do think that there is definitely, when you become a coach, you get told a million different things you have to do in order for people to like you and what goes into the job that has nothing to do with going into the job. And then after 5 years of being at this level, I've started to understand what truly matters, and I'm kind of just like, listen, just be yourself. Some people are going to like you, some people are not going to like you. You can't really worry about it too much. So I think that's kind of it.
Did it have anything to do with Tim Miles maybe tweeting at halftime?
No, not even a little bit.
Did he didn't talk you into?
No, Tim Miles is nothing like me. He is a buddy of mine, but way funnier than Tim Miles.
Eric Curry, obviously, something you talked about in the blog. Daniel, obviously, his role is going to expand. The decision to have surgery, obviously, at this point, he's going to miss some games. Is it tough to have to, go through that so close to the season for him, knowing that he was clear versus
Very,
Creighton?
yeah, very tough. We had talked about it before. Whenever things like this go down, I leave it totally up to the doctors and the trainers. I have no idea what I'm talking about with half that. You guys will ask me sometimes what ankle is, and I don't even know. I just kind of listen to them. They tell me what to do, and we go from there. So when it did swell up, I think we had met or we had spoken to the media, and I thought it wasn't really much. And they got an MRI, and it was. I don't think it's ultra serious. It's just a matter of missing a month or so. The timing stinks. But I don't think it was something that we could have caught until we had known what was going on. So it is going to be difficult to miss him. He does a lot of what I'd kind of explain what 95% means. Eric embodies that. Terrific pick and roll defense, ducks in very well, passes the ball, very smart player. And so you take a guy who's a sophomore but more of an older guy, and you replace him with a freshman, and you're putting younger guys into place, which is scary. But it's also, it'll be good for them.
Is Dupree back?
Yeah. Yeah, he was back. He got back Sunday night, and I saw you tweeted that out last night. I wasn't going to exactly specifically talk about what it is, but obviously prayers for his mom. He's back. He practiced yesterday, and he'll play tomorrow.
Back to Curry as him that it magnifies it because he is so Swiss Army knife and can play so many different spots?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what he's really good at. When Eric played a lot of minutes for us, we won 24 games and we're 5 seed in the NCAA tournament. Not saying it was all him, but he just has a lot of winning intangibles. And when you get a freshman, you never know how smart they're going to be. And Eric is really, really smart and plays really good defense and makes the right play. So obviously, like last year when he went down, I was concerned, but I thought as long as nothing else happened, we could sustain it, and obviously we could not. I do think we got a couple more weapons to make up for it.
Is there an update on Marcus Carr?
No update. Nothing new.
Sure. Are there things that you find yourself going back to more and more with 7 new guys, things that you're stressing?
Yeah, I mean it's prevalent that there's 7 new guys, and then I think when you lose Eric, it becomes even more glaring that you got some new guys. So trying to keep it simple, trying to really, really emphasize every single day that 95% that we talk about, and we do a plus-minus system that I've really, really liked that illustrates, like when we watch Maroon Gold or the Creighton scrimmage, we assessed our plus-minuses not by really the points and so on, but do you sprint the court out on a make? Do you block out? Do you get deflections? Little kind of things that we believe go into winning. But, yeah, you got to talk about it a lot with this group because there are a lot of new guys.
Is that more teachable than maybe a guy that's going to look at a box score and say, well, I did this?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that the point of what we talk about 95% is when you look at a box score, and after every game, people normally talk about the 5%, what you did with the ball in your hands. We believe that winning is defined by the other 95%.
With Daniel, he's done a lot in practice to show you that he's a great shot blocker. I mean, he showed us in the scrimmage, but what other aspects of his game do you think that might be able to help right away now that he has an expanded role?
Pretty good low post scorer. I think he's pretty reliable when he gets it down there. Plays very hard. There's never a doubt that he's going to compete, which is huge, especially for big guys. That normally takes time. He's a competitor, really, really wants to win. I think he's going to be a terrific freshman. I think our class this year, from obviously getting 3 of the better players in the state. They've got pride for the university, the program. They play for all the right reasons. I think it's a terrific class.
With Jarvis, we noticed his energy immediately. I mean, talk about his athleticism, but he's a constant motor. Where can he fit in with Eric's injury and not injury?
Same thing. I mean, I think that it's next man up. It's just a matter of when somebody goes down, everybody else got to be ready. And Jarvis, if Eric was playing or not, Jarvis is going to play because he plays so hard and he brings great value to what we're doing. It's just a matter of every other little thing, and all 3 of those guys, like I said, they're wise beyond their years. So I think they're all ready mentally to compete.
When you look to the non-conference schedule, are there certain ones that jump out as these are going to be the true tests?
I haven't watched any of them. To be honest, besides Duluth, so it's really, really hard for me to say. I mean, I remember when we played Omaha a couple of years ago, they had a high-octane offense. They were hard to guard. I know Utah. He's a terrific coach. That's a game that, like I said before, I scheduled for the fans because I thought it was important to get a marquee non-conference game in November in here. But I don't really know much about any of the teams. I don't really pay attention to it just yet.
I guess the scrimmage was the second half of it. He really started coming in his own and just kind of rise to the top. I mean, what do you need to see from him like early on? Everybody's talking about like he's underrated, especially.
You're talking about it. You're the only one that keeps talking about it. At some point, we're going to have to move on from this discussion.
I mean, guys like that, obviously, whenever they're out.
Like I said the other day in the blog, I mean, if Jordan Murphy's underrated, what's Amir Coffey? Nobody even talks about Amir Coffey. So, you keep obsessing over Jordan Murphy being underrated. Yeah, I think Amir Coffey is way more underrated. So with Jordan, it's just continue to do what you do. I mean, he's so productive, such a good kid, wants to win. So it's not just one thing, But him and Amir are obviously very, very important to what we're trying to do.
But it seems like whenever he steps out there, you expect a guy that everybody's saying is all Big Ten, maybe an All-American level, to really dominate. I mean, and prove that he's the best player on the floor.
Yeah, I don't put that burden on one guy. So I don't really look at it like that. I just look at him to play the right way, and I think he does.
With Eric out, expectations around Jordan, there's really no one that has played very much. But do you still have expectations that, hey, you've surrounded him by good enough talent where it's not a case like last season when he was out there pretty much in the post doing a lot on his own? How much burden are you putting on other guys like a Daniel or a Motts or other guys in the post?
I just look at all five guys when they're on the court have all got to bring value. I don't. I try not to put pressure on one guy. I think that those other bigs can do a lot of good things. So I don't think it's something where it's going to feel like that at all. I mean, I think that Motts, Jarvis, Daniel, Mike, if we play him at the 4, I think they can all bring value down there. I really do. So I think we've got really good depth there.
Are there certain guys that you're looking that maybe it's their second position to play more tomorrow night in that spot to kind of experiment?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying with Daniel and Jarvis got to know the 4 and the 5. Murph's got to know the 4 and the 5. The only one who's not going to play the 4 would be Motts. But, yeah, they need to know multiple positions, and we kind of talked about that yesterday, so we'll work on that today. Normally, day before a game, you don't do a lot of contact. You kind of make sure you run through the plays. And Daniel and Jarvis being freshmen, we got to make sure they know those. But these exhibition games are really good to play in front of your fans, play with the lights on, play with a game jersey. All those things are a little bit different. They're not normal, so it'll be good.
With Brock, do you see similarities with Akeem where early on it took even Akeem, as valuable as he was at the end of the year and middle of the year, it took him some time.
Yeah, fifth-year seniors are hard because it's like anything else. It's normal for everybody. If you were told, to go to this certain situation, you have 1 year to figure it out. That's very, very challenging. So for Brock, he needs to understand when you don't get here till late because, academically trying to complete everything, it's going to take some time. And the tough part about it's going to take some time is you only have 1 year. But he's been good. He's getting better. His conditioning's getting better. It's just a matter of learning the system, learning the level. The level's going to be different. The way that we play versus the way that Milwaukee played is going to be different. So he's just got to be patient.
Where does he fit in as far as, I talk about position lists, but
The 2-3.
Okay.
Yeah, he's playing 2-3.
Yeah, and does he help? Can he handle the ball? Can he help handle the ball a little bit?
I never know what that means. He can dribble the ball because he's a basketball player. I don't know. He's not the quarterback. You always ask that. If he has the ball and it's necessary for him to put it down and then for it to bounce back up, he's going to do that. I don't know what that means.
He seemed to seemed to be more of a primary
He's
at Milwaukee than maybe.
Not really. No, he was more of a 2-3 there as well. He's a very good passer, very good shot fake. Really good shooter when his feet are set. I don't see him playing the point much. All right, thank you. See you guys.